All right, welcome back to the Nikki Clarke Show, live here at the Go Live Studios. How's everybody doing? Fantastic. All right, good to see everybody. And we are back now with our first guest. She is the event director for the Sick Kids Fired Up Gala, and she's the creative director of Art of Celebrations. Please put your hands together for Roxy Zapala. Welcome.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much. You look lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah,
So do
very
you.
golden.
Like a little sparkle on the side here.
There you go. There you go. So I am so honored to have you here, and we have some things that are in common. But I'd like to know a little bit about your journey. What sparked you to engage in event planning, your Art of Celebrations company? When did that start and how?
Yeah, so it's been a journey that's over 2 decades long. And I originally started, I grew up with flowers. My family had flower shops since I was a little girl. When I was in high school, we opened another flower shop, and I was there helping my parents, and kind of through my college years, I was running it with them, and I did a lot of events and weddings, and I really, really enjoyed it. I really loved weddings and events. I loved the industry. I ended up going to school for interior design, which I also love very much. So in general, I do love just designing, and I loved weddings and events because it was so warm. I love love, so I really wanted to be a part of that, not only through floral or even through just decor, but to do more than that. I wanted to be there from the beginning till the end. So then I went back to school, took event management, and kind of married, if you will, all those components together. And that's how I became an event planner. And almost a decade and a half ago, I started Art of Celebrations. So it's been a long journey, and it's been a very, there's always ups and downs, but it's been so rewarding. I love what I do, and I love that I get to create memories and help create memories and beautiful things for people.
Yeah, that's excellent. And what inspired you to connect with sick kids? Because that's
huge. Yes, it's right now, the Sick Kids Fired Up Gala is something that is so incredibly close to my heart. How it started was actually because of a very unfortunate accident that happened to my son. Back in November of 2018, my son sustained serious third-degree burns to his body and his face, and he was rushed to Sick Kids. They took amazing care. Sorry, I have goosebumps talking about it. It's a very emotional kind of thing to have to think about as a parent. And, they took such amazing care, not of just him, but the entire family. Sick Kids is like a community, and everybody who's ever had their children at Sick Kids knows that it's a Sick Kids family. Like, it is a family. And so about a year after that, at that time I was actually pregnant with twins, lost one of the twins. So it was a really, really difficult time in my life, but our daughter was born, healthy, happy. Our life kind of got back together. Our son recovered. He had numerous surgeries, but he was doing really well, and he continues to do really well. And so about a year later, when our life was sort of back to normal, I thought, what can we do? What can I do to give back for this amazing miracle that we got through Sick Kids? And I said, we've done charity events before through Art of Celebrations. Why not do something? Why not do an event, some sort of a fundraiser? And I originally thought it was going to be something, small, minor. I don't know. I thought if we raise $5,000 or $10,000, it's amazing. I'd love to do that. I know how to do that. That's the best thing that I know how to do. So that's how it all started.
Okay. Yeah. I have to say that I understand what you were saying about families being looked after, the families of children who are in Sick Kids, because my brother was one of those sick kids in Montreal. And we had a close call when he would have passed away one evening, but they were wonderful. The doctors were incredible, and it was the care for the family that I remember the most as a little girl. Yeah. So when you reached out to me to say, I have something going on with Sick Kids, I said yes. Absolutely, and I'm happy to support what you're doing.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it means a lot, and it's just so overwhelming in such a positive way. The amount of response that we got once the Fired Up Gala was born, and it just continues the outpour from the community, from Toronto, Ontario, and beyond. Just so many people coming together, and it's amazing. And I am forever grateful for the opportunity to continue doing this work and, you know, spread awareness about burn prevention also. So like I said, aside from it being a wonderful event, it's such a noble cause, and it opened up a lot of doors for conversation as well.
Excellent. So who do you have on board to sponsor the event?
So there's several amazing sponsors that are on. We have Bell, Interac, Agnico Eagle, Mining, Turkish Airlines. There's a whole bunch, and I'm sorry, like there's just too many to remember. And those are, you know, our major sponsors, but there's so many different vendor sponsors too. So many people like Bongo and B, who provides entertainment, and Patricia's Cake Creation, who always brings on the desserts for the event, and so many different vendors. And like I said, there's too many to remember, but they are all on board, and they're throughout the, you know, over 2 decades of working in the events industry, I've obviously created these relationships with these people, and every single one of them that I've asked were, without hesitation, ready to jump on and be a part of it. And a lot of them know my son Levi, or have, you know, I used to go to weddings and events to set up strapped with my kid strapped onto me, you know, when he was really little. And so they know him, they know of the journey that we've gone through, and they all really wanted to be a part of it. So I'm immensely grateful. And people like yourself, Nikki, thank you for having us
it's my
here
pleasure.
and being a part of the partnership of spreading this awareness about the gala and about the cause.
Fantastic. Now, I'm sure people in the audience are wondering, how can they support you? How can they get involved?
So anybody is welcome to attend the gala. We do sell tickets. So if you want to check them out at sickkidsfiredupgala.com. So it's sickkidsfiredupgala.com. You can check out tickets. We have tickets for full gala, after party tickets with Carl Wolf kicking off the after party.
Carl Wolf, he's from Montreal too, right?
Is he? I don't even know.
I think so.
Yeah, it might be right. I have no idea, but you know, he's our Canadian star, so he'll be performing live at the gala as well. And if you can't attend, we urge you to, you know, donate whatever you can. Every penny matters, and start conversations. Start conversations about things. You know, it's amazing because the burn unit, Dr. Fish told me, he says, Roxy, for so many years, we've been trying to have conversations, or we've tried to put it on the media before major holidays when fireworks are involved or whatnot about burn prevention. And we were unsuccessful in doing that. And you've opened up these doors for us, Dr. Fish and Charis Kelly, who are the head of department of the burn unit. We're on breakfast television, global news, and talking about burn prevention and what to do if burns do happen. So again, not only is the gala a wonderful event, something for communities to come together to raise the funds, which is crucial for the hospital, but also to start these conversations and to understand you know, what we're doing and how people can help. And like I said, sparking conversation and starting and talking about these type of things is so important. And I said, you know, if we've impacted one life or one family, or we prevented one accident from happening, or helping these families do the right thing when it does happen, then we've succeeded. Aside from raising the funds, it's like, you know, I remember when I found out that we lost the twin, and I was devastated at the time, because you can imagine so many things were happening in my life. But then I said to my husband, I said, you know what? Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. I believe that the higher power knew that we're not capable of taking care of 2 babies at this time. We have a son who's recovering from such a terrific accident, and it's so, I really do believe that everything happens for a reason. My husband turned to me and he says, you know what, you're right, but tell me something. what was the reason for our son's accident? What was the reason for a baby to suffer like this? And I said, you know what, I don't know. I don't have an answer for you, but I'm sure at some point in our lives we'll find out. And I had no idea that this gala was going to do this, but this, I think, was the reason.
Yeah.
Like, this was the reason. It's the fact that we're able to have these conversations and talk about this and teach people about burn prevention and childhood accident prevention and what to do when they do happen. And like I said, if unfortunately our son's accident was the reason to spark this conversation, but if we prevented one accident from happening, then we've succeeded. Then that was the reason.
Yeah, I think that's huge, you know. Thank you, Roxy. Sometimes it's incredible, I think what you did was you recognized the pain that you went through led you to a purpose. And we appreciate everything you do. So just remind us again the location and the time and where people can purchase the tickets to support
Yeah,
this.
thank you so much.
Amazing.
So the gala this year is happening on Friday, February 23rd at the Four Seasons Hotel, Toronto. Starting time is 6 p.m. After party starts at 10 p.m. So again, if you can purchase the tickets, you could go on sickkidsfiredupgala.com and purchase it directly from there through our Eventbrite link. Yeah, so I hope to see everybody there. I really want to have a full room of amazing people doing amazing things for an amazing cause.
How many of you are going? Put up your hands. I'm going. Okay,
going?
there you go. We're all going. All right. Well, thank you again, Roxy.
Thank you.
Such
Thank
a
you
pleasure.
so much for having me.
Oh,
It's such a pleasure.
we really enjoyed your story. Thank you. All right. Roxy Zapala, reach out to her for the Sick Kids Fired Up Gala and also Art of Celebrations. We'll be right back.